Fox News recently received complaints about the condition of an animal shelter in Saraland.
After investigating concerns that the animals were not being fed and living in their own filth, we discovered at least one dog who had been adopted from the shelter, still in critical condition.
But when our crew got there, they were not allowed inside. It was only when the mayor of Saraland, the chief of police, and the director of the animal shelter showed up that we were allowed to go inside for a look.
Fox 10 News reporter Libby Amos shows you what she found.
This is Mercy. He was rescued from the Saraland Animal Shelter after nearly a month-long stay. Dr. Ben George, a vet in Saraland, says he's lucky to be alive. Dr. George says this is the worst case of malnutrition he has seen in his 30-year career.
Well, my concern is that the city of Saraland needs to accept a little accountability and be sure that things at the pound can survive a certain level of public scrutiny, and agree that the pets that come into the pound receive a certain minimum level of care.
Haley Scott is also an advocate for animals. She says she's seen the animals at the Saraland shelter treated inhumanely firsthand.
Was looking for a dog for one of our friends, and we were shocked and appalled at the conditions at this shelter. Not only were the animals lying in their own feces and urine in all of the stalls, there were too many animals in each stall.
Although members of the community have expressed concerns about the conditions of the dogs here, the mayor says they're doing just fine.
As we showed you, I think we're doing a very good job at our shelter. The dogs are being regularly fed. They've got water always available. They are being cared for. I think we're doing the best we can.
Mayor Rubenstein says funding can sometimes be an issue, but they try to take care of all the animals.
Well, a lot of the dogs we get are malnourished, and we try as best we can to provide them nutrition, but sometimes you can't get a dog to where he or she needs to be. And
Scott took her concerns to the mayor.
Right, and we're definitely not trying to stir up trouble. We're not trying to cause anyone problems. What we're doing here is just trying to make these animals, give them the treatment they deserve. You know, this is a situation that just breaks your heart to see animals in this condition. And somebody needs to stand up and say, this isn't right, and do something about it. And if the city's not, then we're going to do whatever it takes to get the necessary attention so these animals get what they deserve.
Reporting in Saraland, Libby Amos, Fox 10 News.
The veterinarian you saw in the story, Dr. Ben George, has offered his services for free, asking only for the cost of the drugs needed to treat each animal. The mayor and the director of the shelter say they are working on improving the adoption system. If you'd like to see more photos of some of the dogs from the shelter, log on to our website, fox10tv.com.